please turn to page 7 of the Kurukulla Center prayer book. We start with refuge and bodhicitta and follow the order of the prayer book with our regular Sunday morning prayers. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp. An illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble. A dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart to tip of this fresh, pure white heap, curd like cloud, Olo Sandragpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned 8 mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus, and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable O Sangdragpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Nigmate se wei ter chen resig, dream kien de wang po jam pel yang, du pum malu jom ze sang wei dak, gang chen ke pe tsu gen Tsongkhapa, lo sang drag pe jab la so va deb. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors in consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. The Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the three places Dakinis. Tayata, Om, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shanti Kuriye Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions, may all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Chudang Soki Chognam La, Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi, Dagi Chernyen Gi Pe Sonam Ki, Kola Pinchu Sangi Du Pashu. Chudang Soki Chognam La, Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi, Dagi Chernyen Gi Pe Sonam Ki, Kola Pinchu Sangi Du Pashu. Chudang Soki Chognam La, Jangcho Bardu Dakni Kyap Suchi, Dagi Chernyen Gi Pe Sonam Ki, Drola Pinchu Sangi Drupa Sho.
Okay, it's good. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you again. Firstly, also I would like to thank you for all of you. We had very great events last week. It's last week? It's last week, right? Okay. Very great event. Benefit a lot of people. In order to come there, we do have a lot of walk. A lot of walk?
Yeah.
Not word, walk. Therefore, all of you very hard work, physically, mentally, financially, all different activities. Therefore, all of you work together, put together. Then we serve a lot of people. A lot of people are very happy. They all enjoy. This is a benefit for others. Sometimes we misunderstand benefit. Benefit others means we have to go some different place to, maybe some homeless person. We have to serve some food. Of course, this is good, but not like that. Any place, any activity mixed for benefit more people, this will benefit others. Therefore, everyone work too hard, work together. We have great events. His Rinpoche was very happy. He enjoy. Some bugs come. Therefore, we very good job. Therefore, I would like to say also thank you for all of you. Then now we come back to our basic, how is that, routine? Routine. Therefore, we need to learn bit more practice. I think everyone knows about Buddhism a little bit, but practice is a little bit difficult. Therefore, always do a little bit meditation. Meditation means you make more your mind familiarize their object or their thought or their activity. Okay? Firstly, I would like to calm down your mind. Okay? Our mind is very active. Not calm down all the time. Just everyone think about. Just sit comfortable. The meditation has also so many different kind of positions they sit. But I think those also who do the meditation long time, that those people need all the position. But we just 1 minute, 2 minutes, not necessary like that. how much is comfortable for you like that. Then try to stop thinking to your own other activities. Tomorrow's plan, this afternoon's plan, yesterday's what done. Just forgot. The more focus your breathing, just count, breathing in, breathing out, try to without lose. Okay? Just breathing in, breathing out. Just only focus that. The count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just keep going. Now, thinking about your whole body to relax. Start thinking your head, the neck, and the chest, all your body. Just relax. Not tight. Just relax. Now change thinking. The front you with the Shakyamuni, like same as statue, the real Buddha, front you. On the round, and Buddha Shakyamuni statue or Buddha Shakyamuni, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas around Buddha from us. All the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas front us, the Buddha Shakyamuni, same as we see the picture. Then around us, all Mother Sentient beings. All the sentient beings. Then all the sentient beings, same is us to wish to free from all the sufferings, all the problems. same is us. We all wish as same. Also, all sentient beings wish to happiness. Wish to happiness. Then all sentient beings, same is us, wish to happy, wish to free from suffering. But we are not able to free from them, help for them. Therefore, from the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, around all sentient beings, we like farmers. I want to benefit all sentient beings. Therefore, I want to achieve enlightenment. Just think about a moment that I want to benefit for all beings. Therefore, I want to achieve enlightenment. Therefore, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, please bless my mind to positive thoughts, positive minds. Think about benefit of all sentient beings. Therefore, I want to achieve enlightenment. I want to be free from all the sufferings. Then all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas give the blessing like rainbow come from their heart, go through our body, like big blessing. Then we feel so happy, peaceful, like same as when we very hard come to the irritation, we feel happy feeling, like that. Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, blessing for our mind to think in positive way. We feel happy feeling. Then you share the happy feeling to all beings around you. Keep the happy feeling to for all of beings. Then you exchange all your happy feelings, happies, give for others. Take the others' sufferings with you. You can work for them. You can do something for them. Like that kind. Try to every day, little bit. Okay? Thank you. Is you think, can think something or just think the sound or the air condition? try to always a little bit meditation every day, okay? The meditation is to try to make some familiarize something. Whatever you're more serious, focus, it is happen, it's work. Okay? Otherwise, we study, practice. When some situations come in, then we just bump, then we fail. When you have some difficult situation, you always think about, this is my karma. If you blame or you blame yourself, then you have no place to complain. It's blocked all the lot of bad doors. Otherwise we say, he did, she did, they did. We have some place to complain. Then we really complain. Then big happen. Then we analytical meditation. We say, because they did, then big, then boom. Always, if you have good things happen also, this is also my karma. I'm really happy. I did good karmas. When you have some difficult situation also, it's my karma. I wish to this, like that kind of situation, recover for all sentient beings. Recover, or behalf, I have this situation also going to behalf the all sentient beings. That's correct?
On behalf of?
Yeah, behalf. Like I'm suffering for him. This was a very powerful. Otherwise, you have a little bit difficult situation, you complain, you just, oh, what happened for me that? I don't believe that, why I'm doing that? Then you're more unhappy. If bad happened, you say, I didn't do any bad things this life. Yes, maybe you didn't do. But you already done previous life. Like sometimes now, when we eat some food poison, it's not sick immediately that. Maybe next week, maybe next year. Because poison is already inside, but since they're not conditioned, they're not grow up like that, they can escape that. When the condition comes, then we get sick. Same is exactly like that. Whatever we done, until we get the condition, they already stay. When condition come in, then they, boom. That time I say, I do try to good things, that bad things happen, what happened? Also, that things, maybe you have very big series happen, but you small things, like cover. Cover? You say cover or we exchange? What are you doing? Huh?
No, I'm sure I can't hear you very well, so I'm trying something different.
Oh, he doesn't hurt me?
No.
Hello? Tamju? Good morning.
There you go.
He's here. Hey, good morning.
Okay. Namjo, hang on.
Good morning.
No, just hang on, there's something wrong here.
You have no sound?
No, I tried something different and it doesn't work.
Hello? There's no sound? He didn't hear?
Namjo? No.
There's no sound.
Yeah, no, I know Geshe.
Now you have to turn on here.
It's on Geshe. We tried it before. I've just
Okay, technology, I don't know. Sometimes I'm good technology. I just push, just guess. Anyway.
I'm sure I'm gonna have to try a new link. This one is broken now. Wait, I'll try this. And now? No, this okay. I'll send you a new link, okay? I don't know why. Because he couldn't.
What do you use?
No,
Skype?
it's fine. Hi, don't worry. I'll figure this out.
Therefore, how you say, always try to open person, okay? Relaxed person. The Westerns, I think this is not you guys' problem, because you have very good order. Then something happen, then yes, then you don't know what to do. Then big problem, right? Because you already plan to, okay, do that, then do that, do that, do that. If something wrong, then you don't know how you fix, then big problem. Therefore, always to plan that. But if it doesn't work, okay, do this way. You have second door, that's easy. Then also try to best. It doesn't work, it's okay. Not serious, no big deal. Then when you try to do something, it doesn't work, then you become exhausted, then you say some bad words, then you can make everyone unhappy. That's another person also. Always. This is very bad. I think you guys, this is very bad. Right? Westerns too knowledge. Like Tibetan also, when they read right, also they are hard to spelling. But you guys very good.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the link. Can you send me again?
No, you're on, don't do anything. You're on. So.
No, but what happened is I turned it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And I want to go it on the computer.
Don't worry. You're okay. Do you want me to send you the link again?
So yeah, the link that you sent in the email, that was the link, just the invitation.
Yeah, I'll send you. I'm sending you a new link.
Okay.
Therefore, what did I say?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you guys, I think this is it's a little bit careful. Before you send, a little bit think about it. Okay? This makes a lot of problems. It's serious. Tibetans, this one. I don't know, right now maybe they also do like that. India's like hand. There's one story. I think we can talk here, there's no problem. One husband and wife. The husband always beat his wife. Always. Then she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know she's doing something wrong also. She has nothing to do, what to do. Then she went to that one Rinpoche. She asked her, my husband beat all the time me. What can I do? What did I do wrong? Then the Rinpoche gave some glass of water. Since he come from go out, he come in. Put a little water inside your mouth. Always try to that. Do you understand? He told her, since your husband come enter your house or meet you face to face, keep some water, glass of water in your mouth. Maybe you already know. Then she told that. Then she checked whether his husband's coming back inside. Then she always just put a little water, just stay there. Then husband, he just come, whatever he do. He doesn't beat her. Then she do every day that. Then never beat. Then the water was finished. Then she said, what can I do now? Then she go back to ask the master, what can I do now? My water is finished. Then he said, did he beat you? No, he doesn't beat. They said, okay, now just, even you don't need to keep water all the time. Just same as keep your water, like that. Then she do like that. They never beat. The one problem is when he's coming in, she always pa. Then he get mad, or maybe he's tired. Therefore he get mad. Then he beat. Because her mouth shut up, then he doesn't say anything, then he doesn't get mad. Like other Westerns, this is very. Therefore, before you say, just think a moment, okay, can I use this word? Buddha is also very skillful. Therefore, this is very important all the time. Okay? Does it work?
It's working, but echo out juncture as an echo.
Therefore, try to all the time like positive way. Okay? Be open person. The secondly, we say, we didn't do any bad things. What happened to all the bad things? It shows you did bad things. We didn't recognize. A lot of problems just seems oceans, how you say? Waves never stop. One finish, one coming, one coming. It shows we did something. Because without cause, it's not result. This is the nature. It's not Buddha did that. It's the nature. Therefore, any problems is a result, any bad things, bad actions. Therefore, without cause, there is no result. It's the nature. It's not Buddha's order. It's not God order. It's just nature. Right? The water leaking here. Without water up there, never water come here. Right? Is how you say? How you call it? Water leak, right? Leaking the water. It's water, we need to up the water. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Therefore, try to always, special, you're the Buddhism practitioner. Try to a little bit easy person yourself. Okay? Then now we talk about the Four Noble Truths, these terms. The Four Noble Truths is a very important subject for Buddhism. If you really, not just say Buddha say, like your mind, like accept, or your mind, like really think, it take away also a lot of cautions. Also, it gives you a lot of education. Therefore, Four Noble Truths is very, very important. Some people say, Buddha gives Four Noble Truths. No, Buddha doesn't give Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths are already that, but people doesn't know how you use, how they call. Therefore, Buddha said, okay, this is we call Four Noble Truths. Then how they work for us? Like the Four Noble Truths, the true suffering and what cause and suffering? Correct? How is it? Suffering is into the samsara. The suffering is a result, and the cause of suffering is the cause to enter samsara. Correct? We are all in the samsara. Right? Because we already cleared the cause. Now we think about this as true or not. The another cause, then what? Second, third.
Cessation. Freedom
Then
from suffering.
freedom of suffering and path. It is out the samsara. The path is the cause, the cessation is the result, free from samsara. Therefore, we have only one place to go samsara. We have only one place to get up samsara. Therefore, Four Noble Truth, we really deep understand Four Noble Truth. The people have difficult understand cause effect. You all really understand Four Noble Truth, they all cautions we go away. But we or maybe think just, oh, Buddha said that we have to follow, not like that. you really think, you really accept, you really understand, it's very work. It's work?
No, actually.
What happened?
The dump truck, there's a.
What did you going to use the,
It-
what is it?
It worked fine, but there were two people connected, so don't worry, Geshe, I'm just figuring out what that was.
Therefore, I say, the four number twos, don't think, oh, this four number two, I know, or not like that. Think about it one day, just, okay. It's true or not? Is is only Buddhism way? No. It's the reality. Four number two is the basic of the explain for reality. It's not religious things. Right? In order to achieve enlightenment, we don't have education. For number two, it's not possible. In order to renunciation, without understand for number two, it's not possible. Right? Therefore, for number two is very important. Then Buddha give, he said, this is a soften, this is the cause soften. He just first told that. What's soften? We think we are not suffering person, we are things doing well. We are not sick, we have job, we have family, things that, but it's Buddha called this a suffering place. It's never stay same place, always change. If your things are going very well this morning, this evening something happen. Your things are going very well this year, next year something happen. Because this is nature, right? This is not Buddha's myth. Since if you have to reborn, samsara, it's always like the problem. Like the Buddha says, samsara is the like person sit on the needle. Can you see the needle? No, right? Therefore, never ever comfortable. But this is also, it is. Until we are free from samsara, we have nothing to do. We have to go there. Therefore, for number two is very deep subject, also very meaningful subject. Therefore, everyone have to try to more understand. Just think about it a little bit. Without identifying, soften, we never think about, oh, I want to get out of this. Right? Like if, for example, if you have you get sick, if you don't recognize, you don't think you are sick, you never think I'm going to see doctor. Well, you don't feel, you don't accept, you don't understand. Therefore, we don't recognize suffering of samsara, we never think I want to get up here. If you don't think that, you have no renunciation, no bodhicitta, no Buddhahood. This is the way. Therefore, first, Buddha said, this is the suffering. Like example, like we have 6 realms. We said, human beings best place. But I think we are the worst place. Right? The worst person, like, some animals, when they got food, they think they're just very comfortable, they're not very jealous. For us, we need that example, just small example. Not all the animals, of course, they are too more food than height, and they don't know where they hide. Like human beings have never contentment. Like example, for our cloth, include me, I was a lot of different clothes. You can just check your cloth open. Just very tight, right? I went to some people's house, they're just very tight. Behind the door, you have some bag, you put the shoes, hundreds of different kind of shoes there. Maybe you never use one. But it's not one person's fault. It's for our nature. I think maybe males have a little less cloth, female have more. It's true? It's true? I think it's true. Maybe the stores also, they sell more female clothes than much male clothes. Maybe male, female, maybe more females. I don't know. Anyway, especially we need a lot of cloth. Just this one example, we have never contentment. Like animals have the contentment. When they got food, they serve, they just say. Therefore, then we have madness. If we never use that, we think, oh, I'm going to use, just put that. Then when we die, the person behind, they're killing all the things. The one, my friend, he told me, his friend died last year. He has 1940s newspapers. So keep like that. People are keeping like that. We never use, but we keep like that things. Therefore, we have to a little bit more contentment, and also think about a little bit some nature of samsara. When you really think nature of samsara is a suffering place, uncomfortable place, then we feel, oh, I want to get up here. I don't want to come anymore here. But still we are not able to think about it. We say, okay, our problem, this is mine. This is my life. Problems with my family, problems with my kids, problems with my house. Not thinking samsara, just our daily life. It's very short. We need to go more deep. But it's hard, right? It's hard. Are you guys thinking about nature of samsara? No, it's for all of us. It's very hard to think. But real samsara is a very dirty place. We think they're not dirty, they're a very dirty place. Can we say dirty place? Maybe my English is not good also. If I say wrong words, you have to also accept. No, he means not that. He taught a different way that it doesn't work. Therefore, Buddhism not making people to scare. They're talking for the nature. You know, when you really think the nature, you really understand, then we do more careful, right? Well, we go to hospital all the time, every year. We do know when we got is not good. When we got sick is not good. When we catch any bad disease is not good. Therefore, we always check before that, because we really know the result. Therefore, we do careful. Especially we eating careful. We also reading, right? Are you guys reading? Go shopping? Are you just buy or you just read? How many calories? How many fat? How many sugar? Are you guys reading? Is it organized or is it not organized? What's organized? Therefore, we check it all the time. It's sure we do know if we have something wrong, the result. Therefore, we do more careful. Right? It's true? Therefore, if we do like that, like samsara nature, then we do more careful. You got it? Tushkili? You see the hearing?
He's frozen now.
He says,
Damcho, yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good.
Shabadale. Good morning.
Can you hear Geshe?
Yeah.
Okay.
You talk there or here?
No, Damcho is on the laptop.
In the laptop, right?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, Geshe. Good.
Say hi for him, everyone. Say, how are you?
How are you?
What's hardware? Can you do what's hardware?
내려주시다.
단다 수작도 해.
내가
단다 수작도 해.
absolut. 이번에 들어보자.
야, 우리 고민도 거기서 때 치야 되셨지.
No, the connection is bad now.
What connection? What connection you use? 야, go there, go there. Maybe you can put no his picture, no video.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll do.
Yeah. Chichina video man ya mero. Video take mambo sagdo.
Okay.
Go there.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still there's, are you guys heard? You guys heard?
If you, Damcho, can you please talk for a little bit? Just say something.
Yeah.
That's good.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah, that's better.
Better.
Yeah.
And the video is taking 2 minutes. Right.
And then the switch out there. Order. Then Jago Sere. Then Jarkio Sere. Order. You guys heard? Still he, maybe connection not good.
The connection doesn't seem to be.
What is your phone? Your phone has no connection?
Let's try the phone, Damcho. I'm gonna hang up and try join again.
It's good, we are relaxed. This is when like that happened, then we know, oh, translator is an important person. Usually, oh, Damcho, no, Damcho did. People doesn't think like that, oh, whoa, translator is a very important person. Without translator, we don't get anything.
Okay, Damcho, say something.
Okay, put phone here.
Yeah, but then
Doesn't work.
because we need to have Damcho go.
Damcho, go there. Hello? Go there, Damcho. Damcho, go there. Where's the...
Damcho, keep talking. I think there it is.
Okay, all right. Once upon a time, that was a right.
There you go.
That you want to go there?
Go there.
Oh, go there. Okay, a little bit.
Yeah.
Small down, slow down. Go there.
That's better?
Yeah, that's better.
Go there.
Oh, there. Good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Therefore, now we already know translator is more important. Otherwise, we say, oh, Tamcho, he do like that. Say we thank you for everyone. Say thank you for Tamchola.
Thank you.
You're forced to say that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
다 지났다면 다 가서는 대지 고시에 되게 왔어. 아니 대지 되다 가서 남배 아니 지금 다 연애만으로 들어서 와.
So last time we were talking about Four Noble Truths, right? And so in Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths is the most important subject.
그러와 다 덴바시나 마디에게 나도 남발라 아는 레시자리 요 말이에요.
So there isn't any teaching in Buddhism that is not included in the Four Noble Truths.
아니야 덴바시에 대해 산지가 소설을 드는 말인데 고양다 위에서 레시자리 요래서.
And Four Noble Truths is not something that is made up by Buddha. It is how things are.
이면은 다 나라서 대지가 나타나게 하고 실은 매와 연자 아니 산지기 다 별마 아니 레시 잡네. 아니 세워 소설을
But since we didn't know about it, even though that's how things are, but since we didn't know about it, and so Buddha explained to us and made it clear for us.
근데 이제 나도 대지가 로파 야보 시간에 하고 와야나 나도 레전드다 개와 마셔다 아니 지금 요매 도바사대서 도바차도 새로 그랬어.
다 계절 나왔어요. 저랑 계절 고마서.
아니 나도 대지 거라 야보지 시와야나 아니 지금 렌제다 개와 마셔다 된들라 지금 도바잉에서 도바바 새로 그랬어.
And so if we understand good about the Four Noble Truths, then we'll be able to understand other things like, the impermanence, law of cause and effect, karma, and so forth.
Well, it's not a work. But today, good. And Dembashi, ko Tsongkhapa chu pengamare, Dembashi and Rotante, Moni, Susu Semla, Koya Boja Ravayana, and then the Shini Devatos the younger.
And so, not just knowing the names or the numbers and all the Four Noble Truths, but really understanding well about it and the contemplating or practicing on it, and then that way we can really understand the actual meaning of the Four Noble Truths.
근데 나는 산지 좀된 얘기 아니 다 추진 콜로 도마데 아니 다 대신 건데서 말해 대제대 가서 넘버 차상기 아니 다 통모도 길레이 말해서 길레 도야.
So that is the teaching that Buddha first taught, and it is accepted by all the Buddhist traditions. So that's the first teaching Buddha taught to all the Buddhists.
You got her? It's good. What did you about that? Deja Nazo Demba Sheti, Sonta Madava, Sungi to Masungers, what? Ratino Chivkalaya?
So when Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, he taught in three different ways.
아니 담보변화 시내서 아니 람진에서 아니 담아된 레원에서 제단되는 말하고 숨송을
So first he taught about the basis, then in the middle he taught the path, and then at the end he taught the results.
변화 동화되면하고 샤와이나 담보 너무 동화밥에 담바고 송을 뒤가부터 동화 라테치고 뒤가부터 시내서 송을
So for example, at the beginning when he taught about the true suffering, the noble truth of the suffering, and he said this is the noble truth of the suffering, and explained about that. So that's the basis.
아니 이바들 아니 동화 시바샤 송을 뒤가부터 레위인데 람진압자 송을
And then later, he said you should understand the suffering, and so that time he explained the path.
아니 담아들 다 동화 시소스 아니 야 배자 가지는 동화 아니 시바샤디 시바샤메서 고셰다마로 니용거리 간데 뒤가라다 리베나죠 송거스로.
And then at the end, he said understood the suffering, or in some different texts it says should understand the suffering, but there's no way you can understand the suffering, and so that with that explanation he explained the result.
그러와. 근데 다 담보 너는 동화밤에 담바고 소외가라다 거의 님이 송되거든요.
And so first when he said this is the noble truth of the suffering, at that time he was explaining about the disadvantages of suffering, the cycle existence.
그러와. 아니 거의 님이 저랑 나도 거의 무슨 거 그래서.
In order to understand the disadvantages of the cycle existence, you have to first understand the cycle existence.
그러와. 근데 단 코아세데 나라도 지제 사정이지 포모들은 코아라 그래서.
So when we talk about samsara, what is samsara or cycle existence? It is actually referring to our own contaminated aggregate.
그러와. Then the Sajin Energy Pombo de Social Lengo Shinchi, that Dunga Mande Baris.
And so, because once we have this contaminated aggregate, then we are not free from the nature of suffering.
Pechada was then Della Give Dunga. Ani gave it Dunga, Navi Dunga, Shiva Dunga, Seta Namjanga Dunga, Samiga ran through the Rapan Rota, she took this river.
So, for example, once we have this body, the contaminated aggregate, which stemmed from the delusion and karma, and we go through all the other sufferings. So, because of this, we have the suffering of birth, and because of this, we have suffering of aging, suffering of sickness, and suffering of death. So we have the suffering of birth, right? So it's just that because we are grown up now, therefore we don't remember. Otherwise, we had the suffering of birth, right? So, for example, like when the baby is inside the womb, he or she is used to that soft texture inside the womb. The whole flesh inside the mother's womb is all very soft. So it's used to that texture, and when she or he comes out, and then place it on a most, even if you place it on a most soft cloth, it will feel like a thorn pricking, all over the body. So that's the kind of suffering the baby experiences. So, do you think this is how that's really true, or it's just something made up by Buddha? I mean, none of us have experienced that, so remember that experience, right? So, the texture to the body is completely different from what it was inside the womb. And so that's why, so even though you use a very soft cloth or hand to touch the baby, it becomes so rough, like a thorn, pricking every part of the body. So that's why baby cry soon after it comes out and we hold it. And so then there's the suffering of sickness, right? So we go through all sorts of sicknesses or diseases, and there's nothing we can do to prevent it. We go through all that. And even if we are not suffering, from the sickness, but still we have this worry in our mind and thinking that I might get sick. And so that's why we get all the insurance and everything together before we get or fall sick. And so because we understand that, and that's why we prepare well from the ahead of the time, right? So we build a living space in the basement or in the underground, and with a concern and thinking that if there is a hurricane or something like that, disaster, then we can hide under there. So that's why we prepare that, right?
What? And then that gave it to one, now it was. Then they gave it to one to you over the time. She gonna take it, take a dombala Yama Casimana Semla Machiwa Yundues.
And so then after that we have the aging, the suffering of aging, right? And so more we look at the mirror, then more we see wrinkles on our face. And then we see that, we feel the suffering of seeing those wrinkles on our face, right?
That's right. No, this is the thing, the other thing is Thai, Mula challenge out the matter. The moon is a man, Rishi Jago. And I don't know, there's another shall call language of Maruchi, Karo Komalas and to tell a Tonachi of Maravas.
And so we're not like teasing, or looking down on people. It's explaining what really things are. It's not that we don't understand. It's just that we don't pay attention to those things, right?
It's true. Okay. Today by the Pechachavana. I look at the National Canoe Modichi to Chicken and Transibari through. Nadu Chichena, I look at Gay Kazagay, the Gango Chava, and I'm saying no Modichi to Transibari through.
So sometimes we might feel it doesn't matter if I age, it doesn't harm me.
Yimba na Tamboshina, Naso Mila can look at this Kichomando, catching the Resana. And the meeting.
But we do mind when somebody asks us our age, right?
Do you get mad? No, maybe you guys doesn't matter. Just basically people mad, right? Then they say, hey, me Pachola Sozoya, Nadu Lucha, Nadu Nama Yomas, Chonga Yushitanga, Olena, Lokathanga. I'm 20 years old, right? They don't mad. But over 25, so maybe 30, 40, then we are secret. That shows we don't want people to see our age. And they patch over how go in. Then I gave one tongue was some tango through.
So we think that if the other person will know our age, then they will think we are old.
The truth? They give it to us.
So therefore, do you have suffering of aging?
In a tape heaven to us.
But there's no way you can escape that, right?
If they escape it, we all escape, right? And then don't buy any of the mirrors for me, that just about it, I'm sure you was.
And then you can also kind of get rid of the wrinkles on your face, right? It's bound to come. But of course, if you are rich enough, then you can do surgery to get rid of it.
Also, there at the middle of the Mikashi, you say Kimikashi do, don't buy a chick shuni. When the Papa Chin Mewas on it, Yamas on Mewas and Chick Shudo. Taking them in the Yazi Pacho, and also to us.
So, I mean, we don't see in the center people doing that, but outside sometimes there are some people who put so much makeup on their face to hide those wrinkles, right? And actually instead of making it look beautiful, it looks more disgusting.
I don't know. I can't feel like that. Maybe the other person will say nice.
That's Geshe-la's opinion. So sometimes, when you go too close and look at the face, it's even scary.
Maybe we better talk about that. And the Mula Mombo shoe, Kalamawo shoe, Tashana over the
And painting the eyes, the eyeliners, or what do you call the lipsticks, red lipsticks on the lips, it looks even more scary to me.
Well, maybe some people like that, right? It's different because Muslim church, some Muslim church, they was.
But some people, they like it, they think that's beautiful.
No, they should not so good, too good.
Of course, generally, we should keep clean ourselves, we should wash and all these things, but those makeup stuff, I think is additional work. So in the morning, you have to go through so much time to put it on, and then in the evening you have to go through another so much of time to put it off. So it's additional waste of time and suffering, right? So if we don't think about it, that doesn't matter so much. But if we think, then we really see that it is suffering, right?
What do you think? You guys accept that? then you have to buy so many things. Then you put one day, you are the person to put all the time, then you have to put all the time, right? You didn't put one day, you become a terrible person. Therefore, this problem. Then if you are very rich, your surgery, also if the surgery does not go very well, then don't buy your the yaku maku shake those.
And then you get in a doubt, and then you don't know whether it's looking good or not, and then you do this or that, and then make it even more ugly and so forth.
어떤데 나타나서 개 동화한테 연구해서 다들 가서 참여 힘들어서.
So anyway, so we have this suffering of aging, which most of us understand that, right?
아니 다개 동화서 뭐야 로침보 정을 아니 삼아 주죠. 부근하지 부기 세만하지 차라고 그래서 와. 아니.
And then also, as you grow older, then you become more childish. You become when you become old person, then you behave like a child.
근데 가주죠, 들주죠 차로 하세.
And then you become very sensitive, very easy to get happy, very easy to get sad.
다 대응하죠. 코와바 도모가 아니 다 동화랬어. 코와 강가요 동화.
Those are the general sufferings of cyclic existence.
다 대만이다 나서 세만고 소 도모가 동화 강하대요 와서.
And then of course they're full of particular or individual sufferings.
뭐 텐데자 텐데기 다대나 대시저 참말라 아니 다 지남자 지네서 시당 코에서 가래 임바네 산지가 만데시 잡아라 나도때 도나게 마셔 버리더라.
So it's just that we didn't pay attention otherwise. We have all those things, and Buddha opened our eyes, made it clear for us by explaining those things.
Okay. 근데 다 텐데기 코에 내당 될래야 뭐니 지금 담을 봐야 아니 지금 대회에 많이 봐지 시바에나 대라 단독으로 찍으러 왔어.
So if we understand these disadvantages of this cyclic existence, and then we will have that wish wanting to be free from the cyclic existence.
그러와. 그러나 나서 밑으로 총강을 가면도 가나 총강에 나타나도 신기해 와인자 나도 노아요 말아왔어.
So because we know the bad situation about the prison, so therefore none of us wishes to go there, right?
그러와. 근데 이제 딱 가진 제나타 아는 콜로나에 찍어 말이었어. 가디나 동안이가 되어서 대우 말이었어. 내가 때때보다 대화도 땜보요 말이었어. 저도 그랬어. 송아래왔어.
So in that case, is there no happiness at all in cyclic existence? That is not the case either. Of course, there is some happiness, but that's temporary. It doesn't last forever. It changes into suffering very quickly.
다 대마송서 아니 먼저야. 자외 전에 동아지 동안 예외 동안 자완지 동아서 숨만 못해서 말했어.
So basically what we talk about the suffering in the three categories, like suffering of change, and all progressive sufferings.
아니 동아지 동아서는 땅가 소소 단다 동아가 하지 예외 칼라. 아니 진고 나와 라파나야 조나야 같이 나사 두고 된다. 다 때려 동아지 동아래서. 코로나 쳤다 동아가 하지 봐. 티칼라 동아 하보지 와도 동아지 동아서 와. 대만 좀 모싱으로 와.
And so on top of the sufferings that we already have now, when we have additional sufferings like a headache, stomach ache, and so forth, then that becomes suffering of suffering.
Okay? 대만 좀 미마그다 심지도 하고 그러서 와.
So we have to understand those sufferings.
와, 대치. 아니 동아이다. 이제 동아는 나라서 우리 대화 문제 제대 받지. 근데 파도가 있나 아니 동아진 거 언제로 받으라 이제 동아들라 그래서.
So, and the suffering of change, is the suffering, is the happiness, is the happiness that we consider as happiness, but which doesn't last and changes into suffering. So that's called the suffering of change. Is that right?
배나 단단하라 소치 저도 담보인데만 대비깔라 아니 대오로 그래서. 다 대다 예리도 나는 감바나 라바나 칼레카 아니 고등하고 빠져는 도와서. 야야라 저도 제가 야라 되는데 야라 대토 말했어. 야고 담보 기부로 했다. 야고 칼레칼레 동아라지 전으로 그래. 된다 그랬어.
So at the beginning, when you first came in, you were tired of walking from outside, and so when you sit down, you feel very comfortable, very happy, comfortable. But then when you sit for too long, then you start to get pain in your back, and your knees, and your butt, and all. So then there's some changes into suffering.
Pechajana, Nima, Jabodre, Tumdang was, Mikajala, Chana Machin, Necho, Tambo, Damka thing was, Chana Kardam with Yamana Yala, they were Yamana Manye or is. Any Takashi, Tanga is, Nambin Yada Tamu Chisho or was, and I could choose shipches of the Necho, and I pick on you about Teresa, Pena Yate, Manga, or Leda Yade, Shana Tiro, Ya Yerana, Duango Chendo was.
So it is said that in the ancient times, some of the kings, when they punish the people, they will ask them, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to? Which punishment do you want to go through? Do you want to lie down or you want to stand up? So if you want to lie down, you can lie down for a long time, and if you want to stand up, you can stand up for a long time. And then they choose, lying down is good. Then they choose to lie down, but then when they're made to lie down for like 30, 40 hours, then it becomes very painful.
Right? Are you guys sleep 24 hours? No, right? Very painful. But without sleep, we cannot stay 24 hours? No, right? Either. We need to very balance. Tendeza, ani neka dewa bachi dungo pachendo bata ani jevi dungo adla baravas.
And so anyway, at the beginning it feels like happiness, comfortable, but then later it changes into suffering, so therefore it's called suffering of change.
Right? But tanda odat tena tela ani change. Ani shembadalata chabadji dungo. Chabadji dungo kanjen tosete ne mani me kawana chub de ore esruwa. Te karnata soju ji sajengeli ji phumo de res. Telangu de checho ore esruwa.
And then the third one is the suffering, conditional suffering, or pervasive conditional suffering. And so pervasive is pervaded in all the realm of existence. So from the beginning, from the top of the existence to the bottom, of the existence that they have without respite, it pervades to all of this. Therefore, it's called pervading and conditional suffering. So that is referring to the aggregate that we have, the continuation of the aggregate, the contaminated aggregate that we have that stem from karma and delusion. So that is the all-pervasive conditional suffering.
You want to accept like that? We talk about 나좀 코에네다 시거든. 코에네다 나좀 코에네다 나든지 담을 하 먹어와 인자 사지게 담을 버리는 것도 만드시 잡아래서와.
And so that's how things are. It's just that we don't know about it, and we had to hear from Buddha's explanation to understand it.
그러와. 배차선나 나도 아마줄 부시 와이나 아마다 부니가라야. 걔는 마셔버려 누가 마시어서와.
So, for example, if you take the example of a mother and a son, so a mother and son has suffering, full of suffering from the time they were born till they die.
But 아마차사와나 담보 야 집가라야 수준 대원아지 좋아 말아올 강에. 근데 좋아더라 저에 가라야 아니 따완토마도 강에. 아니 따완은 도서말아야 지 보고 매백강에. 보고 여와나 아니 보고더라야 로종 다트서 외워. 대자나 보고라야 못해도 야보지 요마 텔레셈지. 아니 전부 경고 찾아와는 부기수수 카 많이 외기 강에 두에 매절스러워.
So, for example, if we take the example of a mother, so the mother at the beginning maybe, she has a problem of not finding the right husband, and then even if she finds the right husband, then there is a problem of not getting along with the husband, and then maybe later not having there's a problem of not having a child. And even if there's a child, then there's a problem of raising the child. And then later when the child grows up, then there's a problem, worrying about the child's education, career, and so forth. And then when you grow old, and then there's a problem of the child not listening to you, and so forth. So there's like endless problem or suffering throughout the life.
It's true?
Is that right?
right? 다 보고 되면 보고 주의가라야 밤에 그 보긴 대화나시 드마도 보고라 강에. 야 쳔버로도 보고라 로종 체조 강에. 로종 체조야 로종 때문에 내가 말을 강에. 내가라야 소소 대되면 메시지 줘야 돼야 소소고 딱 갑대 다 말을 강에. 야 강에 좋아야만 집어버려.
So even in the case of the child, that child of course has a problem at the beginning, and growing up, and then there's another problem of not growing up well, or problem of not going through the process of gaining education and all these things. Then even if you gain the education, then later there's a problem of not finding a job, or not finding the job that you want, and there's so then again not finding the right partner in the life and so forth. So it's endless problem from the birth till death.
Today the time to one thing that can change was the suicide, co suicide is not to what it was. Telling co do much of the suicide is.
And so if there's such a problem in cycle existence, then who created this cycle existence?
It's Buddha created. That switch over it, couch over it, suicide over it. Kaditela punishment tower is not to change it was. Some of the
So it's my question, who created it? Why did they create it? How was it created and so forth?
And the Buddha, my your mother to watch it was.
And this,
Sanjay Mapin, your mother to watch it was.
and then also there may be a question whether the cycle existence existed before Buddha.
Right. The children to the link I just Sanjay Mapin will go to link at the others.
What will your answer be if someone were to ask you if there was a samsara before Buddha?
How you say? Yes, right. If we say no, it's a big problem. Buddha, the creator of the samsara. Sanjay was a Marate or Tower, do the Marate, and Mashiwa was.
It's just that Buddha explained to us, otherwise it was there all the time, even before when the Buddha existed or Buddha explained it, right?
But another dialogue with the background, Singata and Kushinga, and another Tamisho, Singata, Maribako was.
So, for example, in our backyard, if we were to grow something on that, of course we will be able to grow, right? But if we don't know how to grow it, then, or we don't make an effort to grow anything on that, then there will be nothing growing on there.
Oh, today is what to say. What the living by the Tanadun call the switch over a culture, that the sweet, not to call and see you showers and some Tawina. You need the Tanadu Kunju said, and the Maniba. And then Kunju Babetamba was at the moderate check it.
So, to answer to our question, who created the samsara, who threw us into samsara and so forth, and that comes the next noble truth, that's the noble truth of origin.
That Kunju said the Kazana, Kanji Mishi Batala, Mumba Mari Batala, Kunju said like this.
And so, what is the true origin? Right? So from where it originated, or from where all the sufferings originated. And so that's called the true origin. So here, the true origin will be the ignorance. That's the delusions, ignorance.
Tatin Jitin don't tell me that Narasu Lekati Yawo Che machine is also Chevaina. I mean, Lekata Norde, Kaji no to Chene, Shawa the Lambo Mado Yumura, then Jitin Rotara was.
So out of ignorance, then we created action, and as a result of that action, then we experienced suffering. So the sufferings originated from the delusion, especially the ignorance, which is not knowing the reality, not knowing how things are, right? So it's the same, with the worldly, worldly life. When we do something that we don't know how to do it, then we make a mistake, and then we suffer from that, right? So it's similar to that.
So, like a can't check out the Chetaba Machina, thinking to something can check it was.
So if somebody doesn't know how to do the job well, then it will be mistakes, the mistakes will be made from that, and then there will be a suffering result. So we all accept that, right? If we don't know how to do things properly.
Nanzo Karichevana Kusu Che Leka Yabo Java was.
So just like that, we will not be given a job if we don't know how to do that, right? So we will be made first to train ourselves to do that job, and then only then we'll be given that job.
Okay. Then they Madana Chance with Nanzo Pay Paya Puchino Yoshi Maris, they can also marry Bacha de Mumba.
On this?
Pa, somebody was Zishing Maros. Not a Pa, you say you are. Not a Pa, you, somebody.
Oh, Pa.
But the child with some dishing Maris. The child with some much a chilo toshagas, chasing me other day called younger was.
So in Tibetan food, we have a tsamba, where you make a dough of the tsamba. And so when you make a dough, you will be given a bowl and put some butter tea and then put a tsampa, the roasted barley flour, and then you have to stir it to make a dough. So if you don't know how to do that, then you will be spilling most of the tsampa, the flour outside. And so you have to know how to do that, otherwise you will be spilling most of the tsampa outside.
Right? Is correct? Do you guys know how you make samba? How you eat samba? Therefore, anything we need to, even the only thing, we need to know. Without knowing, we do mistake. Therefore, ignorance saying, mariba saying, nganzu mishiba insa, mishiba wangi, maribati wanga lekaje, lima leka cheta, that tigi cheta nova insa, devate nova yungoretla pareswa.
So ignorance means not knowing, right? So when we do something out of ignorance, that means we're doing something without knowing about it. And so when we do something without knowing, then we always make mistake, right? So when we make mistake, then result will be suffering.
Then in the Pechasana, Michigan Kamajagaro, Kamajang, good Tabikalaya, Tsongkhapa Rogo, police Sangoya, Tozoku, Yabu, Samatango was Korangia. Lelau to the sociology challenge go into some Kamajag was. Teresa, take a doctor to come Machia and a Kutabajala and a police some song counter of Mabu Young was.
For example, somebody who steals, doesn't think about the outcome of stealing, going to the prison, getting punishment, all these things. He doesn't think about that. He only thinks of an easy way of making money without working hard. Just go and steal and then have the money like that. He doesn't think about that the reality. Right? So that's why he made a mistake. Out of ignorance, he made a mistake of stealing it, and then as a result, you will be caught, arrested, and put into prison.
What is that? Korea, so you the Susanna, and the Kuju Mari Padres. Narazon Korea, you shall Kuju Mari Padre Lavares.
So therefore, who is the one who throws us into cycle existence? It is the ignorance, the delusion.
All of that Kariuda, Maraso send you want to so send Yama on the Somalia, Tana to not Sado, yes.
And of course, it is done by ourselves, right? So we fell under the control of the mind, and our mind fell under the control of the delusions, and then followed that, and we did all these bad things, and that made us to be born in cycles.
What is that? Tangiban the Kunju de Basa, that Tengote, Delan, Legic, Nomo Kunjuta, Mambo Pasha, that is Shamagochi, and Masterita is.
And so then that from there comes that's why there comes the origin, right? So where it originated from, or what caused us to be born in the cycle existence. So then that's the cause. Talking about the cause. The cause is the true origin, and the actual cause of the existence is the karma and the delusion. So the true origin that is the delusion, and true origin that is the delusion, and true origin that is the karma. So we don't have to go into so much detail about that. But anyway, those are the true origin, and we'll stop here for today.
Okay, then any questions? Yes?
Okay, so we talked about how the origin of suffering is ignorance, but what I'm wondering is why, what is the origin of the ignorance? Why are we by default ignorant? Why are we not equipped to see reality for the way it is? As a basis,
Are you talking about the origin, the ignorance, right? So ignorance is the origin of all, but why did we have ignorance? Is that right?
Yeah.
대단하다 나와요 말이야. 가지고 나도 힘이 나다 때 나도 수치고 소셔도 말했어. 나도 힘이 나다 코한테 딱로 딱 가고.
나도 책임이 어디 가냐고 말했어.
딱
나도 누구한테 말고 내가 알아. 책임이 어디 가냐고 말했어.
힘이 어디 가냐 이렇게 말했다. 딱 마시고 다 알아서 거. 사실 용서.
나도 마트라는 데서 가자 토마요 말했나?
저 다들 토마 되는 말다 바지 말이 받는 영어서까지 누구서 말했어. 미시 받는 영어서 누구서 이거 말했어.
So because there is no beginning, to the origin, to the ignorance, So the ignorance came from ignorance, and then when did ignorance started? There's no beginning.
그렇죠. 그러나 가르
So
마시나
ignorance came from ignorance.
가르 마시나 대타르 마시면 ignorance 대차들도 가르 힘이면 대 ignorance.
So not knowing itself is the ignorance, right? So how did the not knowing came from? You cannot say, because there's no beginning of not knowing.
그러나 단대 차이나 경화성이나 백기식이 말해 대타르 ignorance 대 가디 영어를 가와 영어도 그 무슨 영어 말들어.
So, for example, like you don't know Tibetan, for example, right? If you don't know, let's say you don't know, maybe you know, but let's say if you don't know Tibetan. If you don't know Tibetan, that's ignorance, right? Ignoring to Tibetan. So where did that ignorance come from?
Yeah.
I guess it comes from just never being acquainted with it, like having no experience with it, right?
그래 냠냠이 말아. Right.
Sorry, I didn't hear that clearly.
It's just I said it comes from not having experience with it, like I never coming across it, never learning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not hard.
됐지 말아. 됐지 따다라. 대장 알아서 고려에 내들은 자만이 와야지. 고려에서 싸웠다 많이 와야지. 따라서 고려에 내들라 딱 이놈의 차대. 그래서
So in the same way, that's what happened to us. We have ignorance from the beginningless time, because we are not experienced, so we haven't learned about the nature of reality.
아니 먼저 되고라 싸웠다 많이 와야지.
And so we didn't have the opportunity to think about it.
아니 소주 강화 싸움바데 소주 강화 채워서 따다 인삼을 줘야 되겠다. 내가 노래 들어와.
And whatever we did and whatever we thought is the right. And then we just went on living like that. And then that's why we experience all these sufferings.
Okay? Any other? Yes? You're loud? You're loud? Or don't you loud?
So my question about the suffering of love, when you explained the suffering of love that relates to the physical suffering of the whole coming out, but I always also wondered, does the samsara rebirth itself is a suffering?
그래, good.
Can someone nearby the mic repeat that for me, please?
Damcho, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Damcho? Okay. My question is that the suffering of birth, in the explanation that Geshe gave, it's that we don't remember that the suffering from inside the womb coming out, there's this great suffering that we don't remember. But I also wonder about the samsara of rebirth itself, that we always have to keep on coming back as a rebirth. Is that...
sorry, it's breaking again.
Right,
Oh.
Huh?
It's on speakerphone, so you can just speak.
Where did you lose me, Doctor? Okay, so the birth, the suffering of birth, as in physically, we forget the pain that we went through from womb to being birthed. But on a different level is the samsara of rebirth. How we keep coming back as rebirth. It's like, is that considered is that what suffering of birth is about as well? I always thought that one of the suffering of birth means that because we have to keep coming back to this place.
Okay. 갈라서. call the other chair to missing chair to the case Shagamaris, and the chair at the time of Lenny or chair and call later Sasavada and Lenny chair was.
When we talk about the particular suffering of birth, then that's what we have to describe, that suffering is the pain that we go through at the time of birth, like inside the womb, coming out of the womb, coming out of the passage, and experiencing the suffering of being pricked, with the thorns, like that have experienced. Those are the suffering of birth we explained. It's explained. Like taking birth again and again, and itself is the samsara. That's what we call the samsara. Taking birth and dying, taking birth and dying again. So that's the circle. We don't really normally talk about that as suffering of birth. But it is in the nature of the suffering, so it is suffering. Not particularly suffering of birth, but suffering.
Okay. Okay, it makes sense? Okay, thank you. I think now it's puja. Anyway, thank you, Tamchula.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good shit.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Have a good day.
Okay, have a good day. Okay.
Okay, please turn to page 39 for a Thanksgiving mandala offering. Saji perki jukshing me tok tram ri rab ling jin yi de gyen pa di sang ye jing du mig te uwagi grokun nam dag jing la chur par shu je tsun la me kutse rab ten jing nam katrin le chok chur ye pa dan lo sang ten pedro me sa sung gi dro e mun sel tak tu nig yur chi Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. From my two collections, vast is space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness of the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time, by even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chen Rezig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong Yi Ning Jie Zung Du Juk Pe Lam Che Cher Sel Ze Gam Chen Ten Drgen Chag Na Pe Mo Tenzin Gyat Solam Soa Deb So Je Dun Lun Drup Shu page 49, the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tuk tsul chang xin zhang gen gil wei, ten zin kyong pel wei kun zo do ko ze, chok sum kor wei leg man tu drub, ha dak sok dul je gen du jab chen shu. Page 57, dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi Mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75, Bing Sema. Mig me tse wei ter chen chen rezi, ri me kien pe wang po jam pel yang, gang chen ke pe tsugyen Tsongkhapa, lo san drag pe jab la so ade. Thank you, Geshe La.
Thank you for Geshe's patience. Maybe some of them.
You have any announcements?
Oh, announcements, yeah. Out of habit. Thank you very much, Geshe La, and sorry for the. We'll get it right next time. We'll figure the best way out. I think a simple phone call is going to be what's best going forward. Announcements. We have right after class at 12:45. We've got a Guru Puja. Everyone welcome, and whoever, if we'll need a little bit of a hand just to reorient the Gompa. So if you can stay, even if you're not staying, just help us just a little bit with reorganizing. That'd be wonderful. We don't have anything special planned for the coming week. It's just we're back to our normal schedules. Sean on Monday, yoga Tuesday, Geshe teaching on Wednesday, and yep, that's it. And then going forward, there's just the Venerable Tenzin Choki. She's going to be here. We're starting to put that publicizing this week. She'll be here the first 2 weeks in October. She'll be teaching 2 weekend retreat-like courses, starting on the Friday evening, going through to the end of day Sunday. As always, wonderful if you can join for all of it. If you can't, just come for as much as you can. And then she'll also be teachings on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and that will also be a series, and you'll get all the details of that in the newsletter. And then what else? Family Day, I was just thinking, and it's September 24. September 24, we have Family Day in the backyard. Details will come out soon with regards. Is Stacy? No, Stacy's not here. But in any case, details will be in the newsletter in terms of time. Please come, anyone with children, please come, bring your grandchildren, bring your friends' children. Just come and enjoy the day here with Geshe outside. I'll also get information should there be a rain date, but I think given the drought, we won't need a rain date. And there's one. Oh, there's just the final regular thing. We have our little handout thing. Handout tasks, little cleanup tasks on our corkboard. If you want to grab one while you're here, it'd be wonderful. And everyone knows we're running on donations. As Sean had mentioned, everything is volunteer run. We have no staff, and so any help, financial or physical, greatly appreciated. And again, thanks, Geshe.